I'm in Churchill, Manitoba. Just a few days before we got here, a polar bear attacked and badly mauled 2 people right in front of this blue house. Churchill bills itself as the polar bear capital of the world, and it depends on income from tourists coming here to see the polar bears. At the same time, scientists are predicting that polar bears are going to come off the ice earlier and hungrier because of climate change, and there's going to be more of these kinds of attacks. So how does Churchill continue to live with these beautiful but very dangerous animals?
The biggest threat to polar bears is clearly loss of their habitat due to man-caused climate change. Here in Hudson Bay, this is the place where we know the most about polar bears any place in the world, and we're seeing smaller sizes, reduced fat content in the females, smaller litter sizes, smaller cubs that don't survive as well. Polar bears get all of their food from the surface of the sea ice. They're highly specialized to catch basically 2 species of seals, ringed and bearded seals, and they can only catch them from the surface of the sea ice. They can't catch them predictably in open water, and those seals don't come to land very often. So when the sea ice is gone, polar bears are food deprived.
Bob Windsor is with Manitoba Conservation's Bear Alert program. His job is to patrol the perimeters of town to keep the bears out.
Right beside us here, you can see it's very rocky. The coast of Hudson Bay is just on the other side of these rocks here. The reason there would be bears there is they'll follow the coastline of Hudson Bay. So when the bears are working their way north, looking to get out onto ice, so they can start hunting seals again, they'll walk right along the edge of town. What I would do if there is a bear that is coming towards town or is in town, I've got a scare pistol on the door that I can shoot cartridges with that. That's good for short range. A little further out, I would go to my 12-gauge shotgun with cracker shells and fire some of them off. That would be our normal response to a bear that's either in town or very close to town.
If Bob and his fellow officers do catch a bear, that animal is taken to the polar bear jail. And after some time in confinement, it's airlifted out. Churchill is seen as a model of coexistence between humans and bears. But as the ice goes, there are going to be more hungry bears turning up in town and even bigger challenges ahead.
Recently, in the last couple of weeks, we've had 3 incidents. Usually it's 1 every few years. So that doesn't establish a trend, but it's something we expect from animals that are increasingly on the edge and looking for food in places that they haven't looked before. So most of us expect to see an upswing in human-bear conflict because the animals, as they get more desperate, start taking more risks.
When a bear comes in, we can't prevent that. I mean, how are you going to prevent it? You can't be on guard 24 hours a day. They come in, and they're very quick, they're very quiet. It's what we're challenged with. The unfortunate part is it's going to happen and continues to happen because we coexist. I mean, you could put all the safety precautions into play, and all of a sudden it happens. And I think it's just like rolling dice. You know, it'll happen, but it's when it'll happen.
The bears that we deal with our program, we're teaching them to be scared of people. That's part of what we're doing. If a bear has never seen people before, it's not going to be scared of you. It may be curious, it may be aggressive, it's hard to say. But that fear has to be learned by them. So every bear that we chase, maybe we're helping out somebody down the line that encounters a bear because it recognizes that's a person and that's something to be scared of.